Hello, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. So we're doing this again today, huh? I'm afraid so. Let's do it. I want to read a poem to you. Sometimes there are things I have to do first before I can read a poem. Otherwise, the poem is not believable. I don't know. For this poem, this would be totally believable. Because this could be looking like I look. This could be me any day. This poem is for people, mostly. It's for anyone. But people who are from Detroit would have a little bit more understanding about what this poem is about. If you've lived in Detroit for any length of time, then you would have somewhat of an idea of where it comes from. I was listening to the radio once, and I think it was WCHB were announcing they were having a poetry contest about Detroit, or about somebody from Detroit, about Detroit. And I said, oh, I got real excited. Then I found out I was too late. It had already started. But I wrote it anyway. It's a long time ago. So that's what I'm going to do today. Whatever. You've seen some of my other portraits. You could tell that I don't know anything about putting makeup on. One day I'm going to sit here, put some real makeup on for you guys. I'd like to see how I look myself. But for now, it's just an eyebrow pencil and a tube of lipstick for me. And of course, a hairbrush. Okay. I'm all ready. Okay, I'm going to read my poem entitled Woodward and Kirby Revisited. She moves ever so slowly, but it is not by choice, for it is the weight of her cart which carries her worldly goods. She pushes across the Woodward sidewalk towards the Kirby ramp and into the bicycle lane. She goes by the name of Miss Jane. Her possessions may clutter the floor of an entire room of your well-lit middle-class home. But don't get up and iron, for Miss Jane has forgotten the tragic misfortune to begin with, which led her to Rome. We can only imagine what goes through her mind as she collects and cherishes the things that we leave behind. And sometimes I think Miss Jane is more stable than most. But to the merchants on Woodward, Miss Jane is a ghost. She is Latin with at least 3 layers of clothing, which suggests the only protection she has against whatever lies ahead, and probably the only warmth she'll ever feel again. Just think of the places Miss Jane has been. But for now, it's Woodward and Kirby again. She's meticulously organized and amazingly prompt. Each step was taken in the same spot before, and all of her worldly goods are repositioned exactly as they were the previous day, though we depend on alarm clocks that suggest we obey. And I can remember a time when Miss Jane and I would sit in her well-lit middle-class home, and Miss Jane going on about how hard it is to live in a world such as this. Perhaps there was something I missed. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.